Okay, reloaded.
If they ever ask about me, tell them I was more than just a great set of moves.
Nicole Reloaded.
Mommy, and make a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.
And Gio basically supplemented her statement to me. I can't remember exactly what he said, and I'm not going to spew any lies. But my response to that was, excuse me, are y'all motherfuckers forgetting I don't work for you, Madison? And I don't work for you, Gio. I am an independent contractor. I have an LLC, and I'm here as a business to provide you a service. Have you ever looked a mess? No. Have you ever been late going on set? No. Have I ever come on the set smelling and reeking like weed and embarrassing you? No, absolutely not. You are not in the position to tell me what I can and cannot do when I'm not working. So I beg your pardon, because you're overstepping your boundary at this point. You got me fucked up. So like I said, I was drinking and smoking, and at that time I was very emotional. Hold on, I want to powder real quick. I was very emotional at that time. Because again, this was now the second time that something had happened where the loyalty was in question, because you sat here and allowed this man to be pissed at me for months, and I had said nothing wrong. I have said nothing wrong. Okay? And you got this man upset with me. So again, fuck y'all. I'm gone. I'm out. So I dipped again this time, and I had nothing to say, and I was absolutely pissed at Gio for a long time. So I should also mention that around this time is when Diana from the Dancing Dolls came in the picture for the team. Madison was cool with her, Gio was managing her, I was doing her makeup. Me and Diana had fallen out because Diana is very nasty and very disrespectful in real life. And this one specific situation, this happened shortly thereafter, like within the next day or two after we had argued that night after we wrapped up the WeTV pilot. Diana had called me. It was the opening of the dollhouse in Birmingham, Alabama, and she wanted me to come and do her makeup. And she only had $50. Yes, I said it right. She wanted me to drive from Atlanta to Birmingham for $50. So I told her no, that was an unacceptable rate. Of course, I couldn't do it, and Diana cussed me out. So I cussed her ass right back the fuck out, which, you know, like, girl, with your broke ass, woo, 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 woo. Don't ever disrespect me like that, blase, blase, blase. So from there, Gio was on my line, sending me paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs, reading me on behalf of him and Madison about my decorum, about how I was treating his client, about how, I made them look, blah, 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 blah. So that's when Gio and I fell all the way out at that moment, because I just was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I choose self first. That's it. That's all. Okay? So now, this is the end of 2016. So, mind you, I had just moved back to Atlanta. I had taken this position with Urban Decay. Everything was straight. I wasn't really talking to Madison. I wasn't working with Madison. I was good. I had moved on. I started to go viral a couple of times. We're now into 2017. I go viral a couple of times. Everything is great. Whoop-de whoop, 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 whoop. So, this is where I pick back up about Cherry. So I had just moved back to Atlanta from LA. I'm working for Urban Decay, and on my very first day, coming home, I was staying, me and my auntie Hachu live together again. And Hachu does hair. So I pull up to the house, and we had a salon in the back of our house. And when I get back there, Cherry is in my auntie Hachu's chair as Cherry now, okay? I think this was my first time ever seeing her as a woman. She had transitioned at this point. Okay, so again, she's very mischievous. So the very first thing that Cherry said when I hit that corner and said, hey auntie, hey Dree, at that time. And I just was like, bitch, you know I don't fuck with you. You know what the fuck you did to me. And if it wasn't for you being in my home with my auntie around these clients, I would two-piece and biscuit your bitch ass, because you a rapist bitch and you got some motherfucking nerve coming over here when you know you did this to me. You got a lot of gall. A lot of fucking gall. So I ended up having to leave out of the house because I'm pissed. I'm pissed at her. I'm pissed at my auntie. I want to fight everybody at this point because I'm looking at my auntie like, yo, bitch, you were there. We lived together years ago at the time when this lady sexually assaulted me. And you're doing this lady's hair? Have you lost your mind? This is absolutely unacceptable, and there's no way, auntie, that I would ever align with someone who hurt you, whether it was sexual assault or something less. Okay? That's some bullshit. So me and my auntie fell out over this situation. So again, me and Madison were friends. So me and Madison ended up talking about this situation again. I reminded her of this situation again. This is in 2000. This is either 2000. This is like end of 2016 or the beginning of 2017. One of the two. I reminded her of the situation. Okay? Reminded her of the situation. She raped me. She raped me, Ken Elijah. She raped me. She raped me. Okay? I already told the story, so I'm going to leave the live up. So if you want to go back to know about the specific situation as far as the actual play-by-play of the sexual assault, you can go back. Okay? So I'm falling out with my auntie. Okay? I reiterated what had happened to Madison because, again, we're close, and this was like a mother. This is a mother now. This is like a mom to me. So I'm talking to Madison about the situation, and I remind her of the situation. Okay? So now let's fast forward to 2018. Mind you, I still was not working for Madison. I fired Madison as a client the first time, winter 2015. I fired Madison for the second time, winter of 2016. Okay? And we didn't work together again. So it was a year. And then I didn't work with her again for 2 years until 2018. So now let's fast forward to 2018. Okay? At this point, everything's going wonderful in my life. I'm traveling like crazy at that time. Everything is going great with social media. And the thing about it is that my relationship and the love that I had for Madison was so strong that I always had a forgiving heart, because technically speaking, the issues that we have had were never about what she did to me specifically. It was about what she was not doing. I was giving her way entirely too much for me to continue to sit around and let her benefit off of my gifts and get all this life. Oh girl, you so sick, then you so this, you so that. But bitch, I did that. Okay? Before Dree Antonio, you were not recognized as wholesome and beautiful and all of that shit. You were known for nothing else besides being a half-ass, low-rate porn star at that point. Things were at a decline. It was Dree Antonio who put your image into place. So I stood my ground and I was like, girl, no, I'm not working with you. So fast forward to 2018 for the Queen's Court with Latavia. At this point, Kaya was already gone from the situation. And in regards to Kaya, just so I can touch on it real quick, Kaya definitely said a lot of lies on Madison, but a lot of the essence of what Kaya said was true as it relates to her having them punks in her house, was true as it relates to her loyalty being set up a certain way, was true in terms of her being for herself 100% and stepping on the backs of others to elevate herself, even though those same people that she's stepping on helped her build. You know, it was the truth. So Kaya was already gone at this point. Hold on, I'm checking the comments. Kaya was already gone at this point. And Kaya was gone at this point. So Latavia was in on this specific day. And I am going to be honest, I believe I reached out to Madison. To be quite honest with you, any of the time when Madison and I tried to rebuild our bridges, it was me who walked back. I'm the one who chunked the deuces. I'm the one who made the decision to come back or to try to mend the situation. But it was always love, and we had never. It was always love to the core for me, you know, because like I said, it wasn't about what she had done specifically at that point. It was about what she was not doing. It was the fact that I had been assaulted by people associated with Samantha James. I had been harassed and attacked by people associated from that. And I still stood 10 toes down, and your loyalty was not being reciprocated to me. There was no recompense whatsoever. So I reached back out to her in 2018, and I'm over there, and I'm doing her makeup. So I pull up. I do her makeup, okay? So there was a gentleman while I was doing her makeup. At this time, I'm assuming Madison has her hairstylist and makeup artist doing her makeup in the dining room of her house now at this point, because she be having all them strangers in there, and she's a micromanager, and she wants to watch and pay attention to everything. So for the first time ever, I'm doing her makeup in front of everybody. Basically, people are getting a free class. Whatever. I don't care. It's fine. So I'm doing her makeup, and this gentleman named Mark comes in tipsy, and he stops, and he gives me some constructive criticism. And I turn, and I say, well, what do you do for a living? Who are you? And Madison says, ooh, stirring the pot. So now again, here you are again, allowing people to disrespect me after I've been loyal to you. And here it is been 2 years since I worked with you again, and I'm not even all the way done through your makeup, and you're allowing people to disrespect me again. So I let that one slide. I paid it, and I let it slide because I wasn't drinking. I was not drinking at that point, and I was of clear and sound mind, and I was there to reclaim my spot. The whole idea of me returning to the brand at that time was that I had already put too much in it, and it was hard. It was really hard for me to walk away and to see her continue to grow while using my foundation and blueprint that I laid for her, and then giving all of these other makeup artists this shine as if they're the one who's implemented these things. Okay, so I went past that. The show was fine. Her and Latavia recorded. Everything was everything. So after the show, I'm outside and I'm packing my car up. Chi-Chi's in a circle with, you know, a group of butch queens. I believe Corey Knott was there. The guy Mark. Another butch queen whose names I can't remember, and then Chi-Chi, and they were smoking weed. So if you know anything about me, I love me some ganja. So of course I tip my little cute ass over there, let me hit the blunt. Chi-Chi lets me hit the blunt. So I'm assuming that I was holding it too long, but he starts to try to feel it in this group of people trying to embarrass me or trying to make me look bad, and he says, oh, give me my blunt or something like that. So my response is like, girl, what's wrong with you? And he tries to air me out and tries to feel real fab around these fans, you know, giving real butch queen negative energy. Oh girl, well, you don't ever even call me. Oh girl, this, that, and the third, woo, 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 woo. So my immediate response, of course, being from Detroit, being someone who don't take that shit, my immediate response was, bitch, I beat your motherfucking ass. Who the fuck you think you trying to embarrass in front of these group of butch queens, bitch? Every last one of these motherfucking butch queens in this circle see it for me and want to suck my shit right now, including you, honey. So don't you ever sit up here and try to gather me in front of some strangers, some people who don't even know you, some people who do not see it for you, because you're not even nothing formidable for somebody to even want to be with, sir. Don't you ever disrespect me like that with your broke ass. I don't need to smoke your weed. As a matter of fact, and I went in my bag and pulled out about $3,000 and I threw it in his motherfucking face and was like, y'all got me fucked up. I'm tired of you letting people disrespect me, Madison. I'm tired of you not standing up and allowing these people to act and operate in a way that is disrespectful to me, and I'm the one who's walking you through the gates of self-esteem as it relates to your image. I'm the reason why when you go out, everybody's like, oh, you look so fab, you look so this, you look so that. I did that. I'm chipping away pieces of my life using the hands that God blessed me with to bless you. And you gonna let these people disrespect me? You have lost your mind, and I'm tired of it. So at this point, I'm balling. I'm packing my kid up real fast in the house, and I'm trying to get out of there because I already took all this money and threw it in his face. And in a way, it was cute in the moment, but it was a foolish decision because I threw the money and then I had to bend down and pick it all up one by one, bitch. It was stupid. But I meant it. It would have been better if I had me like a homeboy there or somebody like pick my money up for me real quick. But of course, I had to pick the money up real quick or whatever. So I'm picking the money up. I'm putting my kid away. And I'm like, let me get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, Madison, I will never work with you no more. You got me fucked up. I've been nothing but good to you. I've been nothing but kind to you. And you continuously let people disrespect me and still come around. I have never done anything to embarrass you, but Chi-Chi can go and steal Gio's car and you still let him come around. You understand what I'm saying? Gio can say things that are racist against the black gay community and say things, and you're still associated with that. But I can't defend myself. Bitch, I'm tired of you, and I'm sick of that shit. At this point, bitches want their asses whooped because y'all gonna stop fucking trying me. So this was in 2018. Okay? This was in 2018. So I'm pissed. I'm crying. I get the fuck on. And that's that. So now let's fast forward to last year. And this is the end of the end of the story. This is the end of the story, and then we're going to go into some open dialogue. So fast forward to a year and a half later. Yet again, I reached out to her and said, hey honey, I miss our relationship. Because again, I want you guys to understand that Madison has been a puppet master this whole time. Talking about me to people, talking about people to me, all the while playing the puppet master this whole time. So I reached out to her. Hey girl, I miss our relationship. Woo, 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 woo. We can move past this, blah, 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 blah. So she says, well, actually, I'm going to be in New York next week. Well, this week. I hit her up on a Monday, and she happened to have me booked for New York that Wednesday and that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hold on, let me turn my air on. I'm hot. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So she booked me for it or whatever. So I go to do her makeup for the read. This is the first time Madison has seen me as trans. You know, so when I first walked in, you know, she was just like, oh, okay, girl, okay, here, woo, 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 woo. It's actually recorded. It's on camera on the Queen's, the TsMadison Chronicles, something like that. So you guys can go view it if you want to. But everything was cool. Everything was perfect. Everything was copacetic that very first day. As a matter of fact, I have to mention this as far as Oliver is concerned. Well, as far as everyone is concerned, when me and Madison fell out the very first time over that Star and Lee Daniels situation, I cut everybody off that was associated with Madison, okay? Anybody who was her friend, I was gone because I knew I was being honest. I knew that I was telling the truth, and I knew that her loyalty was in question, and I could not continue to allow somebody to treat me like that. Self comes first, as I always say. So around that time, Oliver, well, excuse me, about maybe a year ago, last year sometime, Oliver had reached out to me because the Queen's Supreme Court was coming to New York, and he was like, hey, are you coming? And I told him then, because again, I wasn't fucking with her at the time. Hell no, I don't fuck with her. That bitch don't have no respect for me. She stay letting people disrespect me and talk to me crazy. I'm good. I would not be there. So fast forward to November, when I'm doing her makeup for the read just recently. This is last November. This is the first time I had done her makeup since May of 2018. Okay? So at some point, Oliver had done something, and Madison was like, girl, you're gonna have to back up. I lost my makeup artist before, and she's gonna be like, oh, girl, Madison, you stay letting these people disrespect me, and I'm giving you a gift. Please back up from this girl, Oliver. So Oliver backed up, and I was like, yeah, girl, thank you. You got it. So that was very clear to me at that time. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this lady has really learned and has really grown from the pain and the grief that she has caused me based off of being disloyal to me. Okay? So maybe she got it. So everything was cool. Her makeup was beautiful day 1. Her makeup was beautiful, as always, day 2. So fast forward to 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm on YouTube, on my TV, and a YouTube video comes up that Cherry Boom, and Madison have made up. So I literally, Danetta, I'm just talking. I'm animated, Danetta. Girl, stop. I'm animated. I move around a lot. I'm animated. I use my hands when I talk, girl. Stop it. Anyways, so the title said Cherry and Madison have made up, or something like that. So I didn't even watch the video, because anytime that I see anything as far as, oh girl, Danetta. Okay, Danetta, read. Anyways, so I didn't even watch the video, because anything that I see that's Cherry related, I'm disgusted by it. Or anytime I see somebody share it, that's like my friend share something of hers, or something like that, I always am like, ugh, that girl is disgusting, ew. So I didn't even watch it. I just immediately FaceTimed Madison. So when she answered the phone, I'm like, hey girl, you and this girl had a problem, what happened? So she says, no girl, that's my niece, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have her on the platform next Monday. This is the Thursday before Cherry was on her show. The flyer wasn't even out yet, okay? So I had no idea that she was gonna have Cherry on this show, and she volunteered this information. So my immediate response was, girl, did you forget that this bitch raped me? Did you forget about what this motherfucker did to me? Are you seriously gonna have her on your platform? So she was like, oh my God, you did. I remember you telling me that. Oh my God, Dree, I'm so sorry. Woo, 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 woo. So one thing that you guys should know about Dree versus Sade, Sade is very graceful and Sade is very gracious, just in terms of not being impulsive. So I just sat there and smiled like, okay, girl, it's okay, woo, 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 woo. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this bitch has made a clear line in the sand that's waiting to be crossed. And I'm not going to tell, because I don't have control over her brand. So I can't say, bitch, you better not go live with this lady after she raped me and after what she did. And after what she did, I didn't say all those things. I wanted to see where her loyalty actually was. Okay? So I just said, okay, and I let it go. So Monday come around, boom, she got her on there. So I said to myself immediately at that time, I don't fuck with this bitch no more. And anybody who actually follows me, you remember me going live that previous morning, that following Tuesday, talking about how I was not going to be giving away my energy anymore to people who do terrible things to me, because at the end of the day, someone can do something to you, but a lot of times your delivery and your message gets obscured. Your message gets obscured based off of your delivery. Okay, so I had made it clear that I was upset about that situation at that time, but I didn't speak out her name. I didn't speak out Cherry's name, but I spoke in a way to where she would know who I was talking about, and I was speaking. Hold on one second, because y'all is not about to get my page shut down. Nope. Anyways, so in my mind, immediately I'm like, oh, I'm not fucking with this bitch no more. This bitch is fake. She's absolutely disgusting, and the flyer was not even out yet. Why would you align with this lady? So at that time, I'm talking to everybody, you know, who knows me and knows her, and we're trying to figure out what would she gain by having Cherry's dirty, dusty escort ass on her platform. How would she gain anything from this? Because my initial thought was, wow, Cherry is not even anything besides a popular escort on social media. So you rather lose me and keep Cherry, and Cherry can't even do anything for your brand, doesn't even add anything to you? I don't understand why. So for about a week, I really was depressed. I really was sad, because it was clear to me more then than ever that Madison didn't give a shit about me. She didn't give a damn about me and about the things that had happened to me, and she knew. She knew. She absolutely knew what happened, and I reminded her about it that previous Thursday. This happened on Thursday when I said, hey girl, y'all got an issue? And she said, no girl, actually that's my niece, girl. I'm gonna have her on the show next Monday. You know, and my response was, oh wow, I didn't really call for that. I didn't really know y'all was cool, but I can't stand that bitch. I can't wait till I get the opportunity to tumble with that hoe. I'm tired of it. Anytime that I have wanted to confront this girl about this situation, she's always either at the club or always around other people, and Cherry is a punk ass bitch, so them people are gonna jump me. The people are gonna try to cut me. I want to catch that hoe coming out of Walmart, or I want to catch that hoe coming out of Target, so that hoe can run me my fade one time, because I have not forgotten about that shit. I haven't forgotten that shit. So that was my response. Girl, whatever, if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. But at the end of the day, I'm waiting to catch that hoe out of motherfucking Walmart. Or I'm waiting to catch that hoe where it's just me and her. It's not social fucking media, and we can shoot the motherfucking fair and call it a day. Okay? So I'm upset. I'm upset about it. I'm talking to everybody I know, trying to calm down, because the very first thing that I thought to do immediately was pen a letter to Cherry about what she had done to me. Because the thing about it is that I have been set back in disgust for years and watched people support Madison knowing that she had been fake to me, and that she was allowing people to disrespect me and was never loyal to me after I did everything for her, and still continuously watched her grow, and I did that in silence. And for years I sat back and watched Cherry grow and to be celebrated knowing what she had done to me. Okay, so I was pissed at this point. And I was like, bitch, I'm getting ready to pin a motherfucking article to Cherry, and I'm sending it to the blogs. I'm sick of this shit, blah, 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 blah. But I chose not to. I sat back and I prayed. I said, okay, Lord, I know I'm not Dree anymore. I'm Sade, and I'm here as a representative for Dree. Please help me to know how to move forward with this situation. So all in all, I decided to let it go and leave it alone. I did that small, brief video on Facebook that morning about protecting your energy and about, you know, holding your mule and keeping your space. And I moved on from it and said, all right, God, I'm gonna let you handle this one, because the last time they did something shady to me in 2018, I overreacted. I threw money everywhere. I acted a fool, so my point didn't get across. The time before that, I cussed everybody out, cleared the room. My point didn't really get across. So I'm not going to say anything this time. I'm not going to tell her I'm mad at her. I'm not going to tell her we got an issue. I'm going to keep my motherfucking mouth closed, and I know I don't fuck with her no more. So that was that. So now let's go to a couple days ago, and this is the part of the story, and this is how this all begins to unravel now. Of course, the situation with Gio begins to happen, and he goes online and he says, you know, Madison's integrity is in question. Madison's loyalty is in question. She's messy. She's lonely. She's selfish. She's a witch, literally. A lot of these different things. And based off of what had happened 3 weeks ago, I was done. There was no loyalty for Madison whatsoever left in me. So I'm commenting, you know, day before yesterday when the first one came out, you know, I'm commenting. You know, he's absolutely right, because everybody wanted to attack Gio, and let me be very clear. I'm not in defense of Gio, and I'm not taking Gio's side, because Gio was absolutely a part of the problem the entire time that I had issues with Madison. So that's the only issue that I have in this specific situation as far as Gio is concerned, because the thing about it is that you've had ample opportunity for years to get out of the situation or to try to help Madison make better decisions. You didn't say anything when Chi Chi stole your car at that time. But this situation that's happening right now was much smaller in comparison to it. So that's why a lot of things were confusing for the situation. When I was going through the situation that I was going through with Diana, and I was telling you the truth, and you knew me longer, and my track record had been what it was, and you chose her side over me, that was an issue I forgot to mention. When me and Gio reconnected this past November when I did Madison's makeup, the very first thing he said to me was, I owe you an apology. Everything you said about Diana was true. I wish I would have listened to you. So with that being said, you sat there for years and watched me go through pain. You sat there for years and disrespected me. You sat there for years and was Madison, the same mouthpiece that you complaining about and saying that Madison is using people to come and attack you. You were that pawn for me. You were that pawn being used to not be a representation for me at that time. So I just find it very, very interesting that now, because it's happening to you, you want to say something about it. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm not taking up for Madison, I'm not taking up for Gio. I'm just saying that I would not be able to tell this story without telling the history that Gio and I have. And that technically speaking, me and Gio did not fuck with each other at all up until last November again. Okay? You said nothing all of these years. You said nothing to defend me. You know? But when everything is fine and everything is good between myself, Madison, and you guys praise me. You guys give me all of this false applause as it relates to me being the makeup artist for her and all of these other things about how I'm the best and blah, 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 blah. So I'm commenting because even though I want to be clear that the things that I'm saying is the perspective that I had mostly before he and I got it together in November. But I'm commenting on his posts over the last couple of days because I'm watching all of you sheep, and I do mean sheep. I'm watching all of these sheep run to Madison's defense when y'all don't even know her. Y'all don't know her. You don't know who she really is behind the scenes as it relates to people, her loyalty to people. You know, y'all are just fans. Y'all are just fans. And don't get me wrong, when people come on a public platform and make things public, people absolutely have the right to respond and say things, but you guys are taking up for this lady as if y'all know her personally, and you guys are sitting here celebrating bullshit. Okay, this is very much so Donald Trump, which is Madison, and middle America are her fans. Okay, the people who say, oh, he didn't say grab him by the pussy, he didn't say all of these things. Y'all are sheep chasing a shepherd. Y'all are sheep. You know, so regardless of, because I'm on no side, I'm on my side. So I could not stand back at that time and watch people negate everything that Gio was saying when he was absolutely telling the truth about this lady. You know, I just wish that he had a different level of accountability to say that he was a part of the problem the entire time as well. And that the only reason he has an issue with it at this point is because it's directed towards him now. You know, you had nothing to say. You had nothing to say prior to. Nothing to say prior to. So, that was yesterday. So today, I'm peeping the live video that he did last night. And powder. I don't know what you're talking about, James Phillips. No, I had to put on some lip gloss. So today, I'm commenting this morning on the lives, and I'm watching people drag Gio. And again, I'm not in defense of Gio. I'm in defense of the truth. I'm not speaking as a representative to Gio, because at the end of the day, historically speaking, Gio washed his hands of me, you know, over Madison playing puppet master in the situation, you know, under my impression. I don't know. I can't speak to what was said or what was done on his behalf. I'm not a representative of him. But I'm just simply saying, regardless of my history with Gio, whether I fucked with him or not in the past, nothing he's saying is a lie. And y'all need to wake up and open your fucking eyes. Y'all are being very much so like Donald Trump's supporters in Middle America who just flock and follow to whatever Donald is saying. Who just flock and still support him when people are telling you that this lady is fake. People are telling you that this lady's loyalty is set up incorrectly. People are telling you that she doesn't care about anybody besides herself and that her only goal is to make it. She's in fight or flight mode permanently. At her core, she a hoe from Miami. Them hoes bought that paper. They bought that paper. And she has absolutely that right to do whatever she wants to. However, you're not going to do it at the expense of my feelings or at the expense of others. And I'm not going to sit back and watch y'all weak ass followers, whether you support me or follow me or not. I'm not about to sit back and watch y'all weak ass followers discredit this man's pain when he has sat back for years and been disrespected, watched a whole lot of things unravel. And that was that. Now, however, let's get back to this situation as far as Armon is concerned, because I'm bringing it full circle now. We're at the end of that. So that's the history as far as me and Madison is concerned. That's the history. Armon reaches out to, well, Armon made a post about it, and I commented it under it. And he says, well, hey, wait, bitch, weren't you just working with her? And I said, well, yeah, I was just, well, no, he said, weren't you at her house? And I said, no, I wasn't at her house, but I did work with her in October, November. And I definitely was trying to build a bridge in this situation. And to be quite honest with you, I don't owe anybody an explanation about me reaching out to her. I loved Madison. I loved Madison. And Madison, honestly, I loved her. And a lot of times I have been very forgiving, and I have looked past a lot of different things because of my love for this lady. You understand what I'm saying? It was Miss J. Alexander who inspired me to be non-binary and colorful and all of these things. And it was because of Madison that I met this person, an icon who helped shape and mold my life. So I loved her. So that's first of all for anybody who wants to know, oh, well, if all the things happened in the past, why would you go back? Why would you say these things? First of all, I'm human. Secondly, I loved her, okay? Thirdly, I don't owe you no motherfucking explanation. I could have just said, I'm going back because I want to go back. And that's enough, because as an adult who takes care of themselves, I have the right to operate and move about the way I motherfucking desire. Okay? So from there, Armon and I end up on a call. And we're talking about the situation, everything that I just explained to you guys. And he says, well, do you want to come on live today? And I say, well, no, I don't. But we can do it tomorrow. Okay? So you guys know I hadn't been feeling well the past week or so. So today is really the last day of me resting and relaxing. So, you know, I smoke weed and play The Sims on my day off, and like all day long, and chill. So I had said to a couple of people specifically, I'm protecting my peace for the day. I don't really know how this is going to unravel, because Madison actually responded to one of my comments under a post saying, oh girl, what's the issue? This is out of left field for me. What did I do to you? I always pay you, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, no, I don't want to go live today. I'm going to protect my energy. I'm not giving her any energy. I'm not giving this any energy. Madison was calling my phone over and over at this time. She sent me messages back to back to back. No, I'm protecting my energy. We can go live tomorrow. We can handle this tomorrow. Fine. Okay? So I'm sitting there playing The Sims, and I get a text message from my publicist, maybe about 15 minutes later. Boom. Madison's ex-makeup artist exposes all with an old picture of me before I transitioned and everything. So I immediately hopped in Armon's inbox like, bitch, you are dead ass wrong. Why would you do this? I said tomorrow. Why would you do this? It would be one thing if you didn't know me personally, but you know me personally. You know me personally. So I forgot to mention something. During my conversation, well, I actually ended up speaking to Gio on day one after he posted the first video, and we had a long conversation about the situation. And I asked him, I told him about what happened with Cherry, and I asked him, but why would you guys have her on there? What purpose did she serve to even be on there? Because this girl is late. What purpose? And she says, oh, he says, oh, well, actually, Madison was doing that to get back at Samantha. Madison don't like Cookie. Samantha. Cherry doesn't like Samantha. It's to be underhanded towards her. So I say, wow. So your hate for Samantha James and the hate that exists in you, generally speaking, is bigger than your love for me, okay, I'm good. So I'll let you know at this point, baby, protect your energy. Decide what you want to decide. You have already whistleblown. You've already come on live and let everyone know that you are done with the fucking situation. But if you decide to take it a step further, I will back you up. Because you are absolutely telling the truth, rather if it is after the while or not. So I just needed to throw that in there because I want to tell the whole story. So I'm on the line with Armon, and he does what he does. And I immediately reached out to him. You're dead ass wrong. So I'm watching the video. I just am so tired of people. And Armon, this is back on you. You are real tired and very, very late, Armon. The same issue that I have with Madison, I got with you at this point, because your hate for her and the hate that exists in you, generally speaking, is much stronger than the love, the light, and the positive sides of you. And you use, again, my pain for your purpose, not even thinking how it could possibly affect me. What if I had mental issues and I don't? What if I was violent and I'm not? You're not thinking about any of these things. You're stirring the pot and you're playing with a very, very real situation where people can get hurt emotionally, when people can get hurt physically. You're playing way too much. You're hella fucking insensitive and you sensationalize that situation. And to be quite honest with you, for all of those who watched that link in that video that Armon put out, you didn't even really advocate. You were not advocating for me. You were not advocating for people who were victims of sexual assault. You used my pain to grandfather in your show with Samantha James on Friday. And I don't appreciate that. With all due respect, you are an F. I'm not going to say it out loud, but you're an F. That's some real F-ity actions. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I stopped fucking with you in the first place. Not to mention, you sat there and you misgendered me the whole time. Your very first sentence was, this person's name is Dree, but they now go by Sadé, but it's convenient for me, or it's easier for me to say Dree and to say he, so that's what I'm gonna do. Newsflash, bitch, my life is not here or designed to make you comfortable, motherfucker. Put some respect on my name. You had respect on my name years ago when you was trying to suck my dick in your empty ass apartment, when you were still driving that old ass 90s Sebring that had mildew all in the car. You had respect for me when you wanted to suck my dick. You had respect for me when you wanted to have me. Put some respect on my name. I'm tired of people disrespecting me. I'm tired of sitting back and allowing people to do things that are disgusting towards me, especially people who I've either helped, who I've been a benefit to, or if you have tried to have me. Or if you have tried to have me, you do not get to use the same mouth you use to suck my dick to talk about me. You do not get to use the same mouth you use to attempt to suck my dick to discredit me or to talk shit about me. And you sat up there and you misgendered me that whole time. You called me Sadé one time. And I don't appreciate it. You have made a fool of yourself, Armon. And it's very clear that your intentions are not in the right place. And you're so stupid and so fucking impulsive that you didn't even think, wait, maybe I should wait till I can get her so she can speak for herself, because maybe, especially if you were thinking about your brand and your viewership, you're so stupid that you didn't even stop to think, damn, if I bring her on and let her speak from her own perspective, maybe this video will actually do better for me. Bitch, you spiting yourself. You stupid. You tired and you late, and I have no respect for you whatsoever. Whatsoever. You lucky I'm not a butch queen no more, because if I was, me and you would definitely tumble. But it's fine, because you read yourself all on your own with your own actions. But you were dead ass wrong for that shit, and I really hope that your viewers and people use this as an example as to what I'm talking about as far as Madison is concerned. Y'all sat there and watched this man misgender me, disrespect me, call me by my dead name, use a photo of me prior to me transitioning. And y'all still sit up there, oh, Armon, oh, y'all supporting this, y'all supporting that, okay? Have that same energy, because at the end of the day, unless somebody is disrespecting you guys personally, y'all sit back and y'all celebrate and y'all applaud bullshit. And it be all good until a bitch get beat up. It be all good until a bitch gets shot. It be all good until a bitch gets blacklisted and they can't work in the industry no more, or any of that type of shit. Y'all are so fond of wickedness and negativity that you never ever have compassion for anybody. And that was disgusting, Armon. That was absolutely disgusting. That is poor journalism. And like I said, you're lucky I'm not Dree Antonio no more, baby, or I would tumble your ass. Tumble dry. Because again, you do not get to use the same mouth that you use to try to have me sexually in your empty apartment. No living room furniture. No dining room furniture. A bed with no sheets on the mattress. You got the nerve to have tried to have sex with me in an empty house on a sheetless mattress, and you got the nerve to use that same mouth to call me he over and over again? To call me Dree over and over again because it's easy for you? Absolutely not. So now, in closing, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and read and reply to some comments. As far as Madison is concerned, in closing, I'm absolutely done. I did a whole lot for this lady, and she does not give a damn about me. She does not care about anybody but herself, and she's a wicked fucking lady. Wicked. Wicked. You know? Madison absolutely paid me anytime I was booked for service, and on those special days where, you know, maybe she had booked, say she was working for 5 days in a row and she paid me for 3, and I knew her money wasn't where it needed to be. Sometimes I would gift that to her because I loved her so much. So at this point, I'm absolutely done. You aligned with someone who sexually assaulted me, so don't text my phone no more, Madison. Don't call my phone. Don't text me asking me what's wrong, what's this, what's that. Bitch, you are between 40 and 45. You two, you old enough to know better. Okay, you know better. You just thought that because I didn't hold you accountable publicly or didn't say anything to you publicly when you have done me wrong in the past that you were going to get away with this situation. Okay, and you probably would have got away with the situation had things not gone awry between you and Gio, because I was absolutely committed to just never speaking to you again, waiting for you to call me and ask me to do your makeup again, and my response was going to be, girl, call Cherry. Call Cherry. Hashtag call Cherry. And flood my screen with hearts. Hashtag call Cherry and flood my screen with hearts. That was going to be my response. But because I responded to these things that were going under Gio's post, and because I was in support of him, she decided to mention my name under the Facebook post, and I didn't even respond. I didn't respond to that. I didn't answer the phone calls. It's a voice memo right now. Hold on. Let me see. Nah, it don't come up on my iPad. Send me voice messages and did all of that. And I shut it down. First of all, a hit dog will holler. She loves saying, oh, I don't say nothing. I don't respond to it. So of all of this stuff that Gio had to say about you, all of this stuff that other people have said to say about you, you sat in silence, but you decided to comment my name and to reach out to me as if you're not in the wrong and as if your loyalty is not in question. Bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? And then you're going to call my phone over and over, send me all those text messages, and leave me a voice memo? Miss Thing, your access to me has been revoked. I will never speak to you again. Ever. Ever. When you see me, keep it moving. Call Cherry. Call Cherry. When you see me, keep it moving, Miss Thing, because I am all the way through. You do not have access to me. What do I want to answer the phone and talk to you for, ma'am? So you can not be accountable for your actions? So you can spew some fake shit to me? You know? And then she'll probably say something along the lines of, oh, well, you didn't tell me not to do it. I shouldn't have had to tell you not to do it. You knew that girl sexually assaulted me. When it happened, I had spoken to you again about it when my auntie had did her hair. Me and my auntie fell out over this girl, and I reminded you about it before you put this flyer out advertising this, and you still decided to do it, only to piss Samantha James off. So again, your love for me is minuscule in comparison to the hate that exists in your space, in your heart, in your realm. And for that reason, I'm out. Don't call me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't speak about me. Please keep it very, 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 very cute. Very cute. Because even in this situation right now, while I'm on this live, I have not disrespected that lady. I have not talked negatively about her. I have spoken my truth, and I have spoken the truth as it has related to the things that Gio has said. which are absolutely true. So I don't have to go through and respond and say a whole lot of different things. For one, because I have been consistently commenting under Gio's posts. That's first of all. So if you want to know how I really feel about certain things, I invite you to go and look under his post. That's first of all. And secondly, y'all only just want to stir the pot anyway though. That's it. Y'all so oblivious and love her so much that it's so hard for you to understand and wrap your mind around this situation. So for that reason, I'm out. I'm done with the situation. I don't have nothing negative to say about this lady. I don't have nothing negative to say about anything. She helped me open a lot of doors. I had a whole lot of love for her, but she's absolutely a fake ass bitch, and aligning with someone who sexually assaulted me is it. That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. So that concludes what I had to say as far as this topic is concerned. We're going to be doing some open dialogue real quick. Sunny Delight says, my edges are growing back, slipping from all this edge tea. Alexis Crawford said, rebuke that energy. Don't let negativity boil your blood. More people love you than not. Absolutely. Sunky says, I fully understand. I met Maddie years ago and she called me Jesus and I didn't understand it. I felt sad because I was just in the beginning of my transition. She act like it never happened. That's interesting. Brandy Thomas says, you are young and pretty and it shows in your character how respectful you are even when telling your story. But that guy who misgendered you was wrong, period. You know, that's it and that's all. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and answer them now. If you guys have anything that you want me to respond to, go ahead and ask it now, because I'm not going to go ahead. I can't. It's not letting me scroll up to see the previous comments. But I just need to be very clear that this is not an attack towards Madison. This is me speaking my truth, and I'm standing firm and 10 toes down in that shit. And I have sat back for 5 years and watched this lady grow from... I have watched that garden grow, and there are seeds that I planted in there, you know. So I have watched you for years sing Paint Bitch Paint with other makeup artists, and you didn't stop until I paid for it. You didn't stop until then. It's been years that I have allowed you to disrespect me. It's been years. You know, I can't speak and advocate for nobody else. I can't speak on behalf of Gio because, like I said, only up until recently, me and Gio was able to rectify the situation. Gio sat there and was fake right along with it, and that's the only issue that I have with this specific situation, is that you got all these issues with this lady. You saying she got all these integrity issues, but you stayed the whole time. That's the difference between me and Gio in this situation. The first time Madison disrespected me, I was gone. But you can trust and believe one thing. That's the last time. That's the last time. So Sunky says, how can the truth be an attack? It's only attack to people who rather see the lies. Exactly. I mean, I could really care less. Like I said before in private, I'm going to say it out loud on the camera. Baby, honestly, majority of the demographic that follows this lady is not the consumers that I go after for my brand or for my business anyway. I don't give a fuck about you people. I do not give a fuck about you people. You know? Yes, Sunny Delight. Yes. So Tyrone says, I felt like when you were in New York doing her makeup that there was tension there. Yeah, at that point, you know. Kimberly says, spiritual bath when you get a chance. Cleanse your energy and space around your crib so you can rest peacefully. And thank you for walking in light and knowing when to come out and speak. Absolutely. You know, I actually saged my house and did a spiritual cleansing before I got on this live. And my intentions are in check. And I'm making sure that I'm coming from a perspective of not hating this lady. Because I don't have any hate in my heart for her. I really don't. I really don't. You know, and it's very sad because I absolutely love Madison and we make magic together. However, I love me more. And when you take anything, what they say, something, you will fall for anything. You know, I don't have time for it. And to be honest with you, that's why I didn't take any of Madison's phone calls earlier when she was calling me. That's why I didn't respond to any of her text messages. And she sent me a very long voice memo. That's why I didn't even listen to it, because I'm not giving you spiritual access to me anymore. I know you be over there burning candles. I know you be over there putting hexes on people. I know you be doing all of this, that, and the third over there. And I'm not giving you your voice or none of that. No energy in my crib, in my space, in my life. I'm good. I'm done. Okay? We the people sentenced you to go find some motherfucking loyalty. Case closed. Next case. Okay? We the people sentence you to go sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere and think about your actions in a corner. Case closed, next case. We the people sentence you to motherfucking therapy so you can work out whatever issues you got in yourself that are still lingering from the streets of Miami because you're still acting very whorish as it relates to your loyalty to people. We the people sentence you to therapy. Case closed. You know, yeah, exactly. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Exactly. All right? I'm tired of it, and I'm done with it. I'm going to leave this video up. I will be responding to any comments, and I absolutely welcome any commentary that you guys may have for me moving forward. I will not be having a conversation with you, Madison. Again, everything else that went on in the past is minuscule to you aligning with someone who sexually assaulted me. And this lady is very clear, and I'm gonna say this in closing, this lady is very, very clear that anybody who aligns with people who she don't fuck with, they're cut off. Okay? So by your ideology, you're cut off. You're cut off. If I would have gone and done Samantha's makeup or Kaya's makeup, you would not fuck with me anymore. And to this day, Kaya and Samantha's team both are in my inbox constantly trying to get me to hurt Madison. But the thing about it is that I'm not coming from a place of hate. Just because this lady hurt me does not mean I have to hurt her back. And at the end of the day, just because she hurt me does not then give me license to respond in the same way that she responded and then hope to be blessed. No, that's not the way my shit is set up. I'm good. I have no motherfucking desire to touch your goddamn face, Samantha James. Ew. I have no desire to touch your motherfucking face, Kaya. Ew. You bitches do nothing for my brand whatsoever, so I would appreciate it if you would stop trying to use me to hurt this lady. Bitch, y'all can duke y'all shit out and go about it however you want to. I don't want my name to be in it anymore. Do not associate, please do not associate anything Sade Winter Vaughn associated or the experience of Sade brand with TsMadison moving forward. This is the only time that I'm going to request this situation. I am done. I have nothing negative to say. I have nothing nice to say. The only thing I have to say is I am through. And I really, really hope that this does not fall on deaf ears and that you guys are able to be decisive enough to understand that you are praising and supporting someone who doesn't give a fuck about you. How many times have you guys seen Madison go and do something for free? How many events have you seen Madison at in support of black trans women? How many times have you seen Madison come out and do something that was of service to the community with her not being paid? She don't give a fuck about none of you black trans women. She don't really give a fuck about none of you gays either, boo-boo. This is about money and this is about her livelihood, okay? So that's the only point that I'm trying to make. I'm pulling back the veil. Miss Thing do not care. She don't care. So that's the only thing I'm encouraging you guys to do. I'm not taking up for Gio, but y'all need to stop calling that man a liar because he's not lying about the situation whatsoever. The only issue I had with Gio is that Gio doesn't take responsibility for the fact that he was shooting in the gym with this bitch the whole time, and the only reason he got an issue with it at this point is because it's coming back to him. That's the only reason. But I'm not coming from a place of trying to hurt anyone, trying to embellish things. I'm not putting my personal feelings as it relates to she and him out there because I don't give a shit about Gio and I don't give a fuck about Madison. I don't give a fuck about Chi-Chi. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit over there. Okay? So it serves me none to put my opinion in. However, everything that I commented under his videos was absolutely the truth. And I'm not going to sit back and let y'all motherfuckers act like Donald Trump supporters and be blind to this bullshit that y'all queen is doing. Why do you think the show is called the Queen's Supreme Court now? Because Kaya owns the rights to the Queen's Supreme Court. Okay? So there are a lot of different things that are being done quietly that you guys overlook. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of y'all motherfuckers are ignorant. I really, really do think that a lot of them motherfuckers is ignorant. Let me leave it at that. And I wonder where y'all got y'all education from or comprehension skills, because anybody with a mind or anybody with discernment can see the cracks in that foundation clearly. Clearly. So I really just want for y'all motherfuckers to choose to put yourselves first. Put yourself first. You use this situation that I'm going through and that Gio is going through and this entire situation to put yourself first. For many years, myself, and this is the part where accountability comes in, because I got to say this and throw some accountability in there because I don't want it to sound like you, and I don't take any responsibility for my own shit. You know, the thing about it is, from an accountability standpoint, I want you guys to always remember how important it is for you to not make excuses for people. For years, I made excuses for Madison. For years, I protected her. Just last week, someone reached out to me, you know, trying to book me. And they asked me, were me and Madison still cool? And out of loyalty to her, I said yes. You know, so this is not about tearing her down. This is not about lifting me up. Because at the end of the day, I am covered and smothered, boo, in God's favor. Okay? And I operate in that. So it benefits me none to tear this lady down, because what God has for her is for her, and what God has for me is for me. What God got for Gio and everyone, so on and so forth, that's that. But you guys have to be careful about making excuses for people who don't give a damn about you. I love you guys so much. I'm really sorry about all of this situation. And to be honest with you, in my mind, I say I'm not going live about it. I say I'm not speaking up about it anymore. But for some reason, something in my gut tells me that this is the beginning of a very nasty situation. Period. Very nasty situation. It has the potential to be a very nasty situation. So in my mind, I think it's going to be, I feel like I'm done. But in all actuality, based off of what I know about F's, this could just be the start of it. But there's no malice. And I want for anybody who decides to come for me to be very, very, very careful about what you say to me, about your prayers against me, because my grandmas are still alive. I got praying grandmothers, praying aunties. I pray, you know. I'm a little witchy on the side. I burn my sage. I pray to my ancestors. Don't fuck with me. Because the thing about it is that I deal in light. I'm not gonna attack you. I'm gonna burn me a candle and I'm gonna return that shit to cinder. So be careful and be ye not deceived. I'm not coming from a place of malice, but if you put me in a position where I have to choose myself and choose to protect myself first and foremost, bet your last motherfucking dime that is gonna be foot on all necks. So in closing, Miss Madison, I loved you so much. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. But you are absolutely fake as fuck. And baby, I'm good. All the wishes on any endeavors that you have, you know, you're not all bad. You're just a little underdeveloped mentally as it relates to being loyal to people. You know, I'm good. Gio, I wish you the best as well. I hope that you find peace in this situation and that you're able, I hope she give you a severance package or some shit like that. Armon, you're a bitch. You're a pussy asshole for that. And for the way that you tried to take my story and tell it for me. You're a bitch. And we don't got no smoke. But I don't see it for you. So if you see me out, you ain't got to speak. You ain't got to speak either. Because you know the way my attitude is set up. I'm letting all of you guys know. The only person that I can be on somewhat speaking terms with is Gio. However, our relationship just rebuilt over the past few months, so that will take time. So based off of what I know about life, that relationship probably gonna fall by the wayside as well. But as far as Madison is concerned, as far as Armon is concerned, y'all bitches stay on y'all side, I'm gonna stay on my side. As long as you keep my name out your mouth, and as long as y'all don't stir the pot, then I'm good. Then I'm good. I'm all the way good. You feel me? So I just want to shout out to the fact that we were able to do this video from start to finish successfully without me stopping to read anybody. Can I get an applause for that? Let me see you hashtag go girl and flood my screen with hearts. I appreciate you guys so very much. Remember, protect your energy at all costs. I didn't really want to go about it this way, but my hand was forced because of Armand's inconsiderate, stupid, gay ass. But it's all fine and dandy. I appreciate you guys so much. I really hope that you picked up what I'm putting down, because I always have something whenever I come on live, and whatever I have, you're gonna leave with it, because I'm always gonna have something. All right? I love you guys so much. We can keep the conversation going in the comment section. My Instagram page is up above, so if you guys don't follow me already, it's right here up in the description box. I love you guys so much. Remember, don't take no motherfucking wooden nickels, okay? And put yourself first, because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers only do to you what they allow. And the very first time that hoe crossed me, I was gone, just like I'm gone right now. Good night, everybody. I'll see y'all later.